Hello everyone, here is the updated 2023 competition makeup tutorial. I already primed my face. I used a hydrating grip primer. It just helps it kind of stay a little bit stickier. I'm gonna start with my foundation. My favorite foundation is the Maybelline Super Stay. You can get this at CVS, Walgreens. Make sure when you're matching, you wanna match it to your neck rather than like a wrist because the skin might be a different color. So you wanna make sure that you're getting a match. I am going to use a brush. You can use, I like this dense brush. You can use a wet beauty blender. Like I said, I just prefer to use a brush. And I'm just gonna put this on. Again, making sure you get blending it into your neck and getting as close to the under eye. Foundation is on. I'm gonna start with the eyes. So first I'm going to use the glue primer. So it comes like in a little lipsticky looking applicator. I'm going to just paint it on just like kind of the middle of my eye. You want to make sure that your eye is like stretched out because this is like glue and it will glue your eyelid together. So I'm just going to spread it out and then just kind of let it dry. This is going to help so you're not doing a million coats of eyeshadow on because we want it to be deep. All right. Once it's tacky but not wet, then we're ready to go. I'm going to start, look how beautiful that palette is, I love it, with this lightest shade here. And I'm going to use my brush to just pick some up. And I'm going to tap it on and put this over my entire lid. I have my little mirror down here, keep like checking to make sure I'm getting it in the camera view too. All right, once that is done, I'm going to go in with the pink and I'm going to, again, grab some and I'm going to put this just on the lid. I'm gonna put it on the lid and then just like a little bit over the crease. A good way to get a lot of the product on is to tap it on and then you can smooth it out. So again, I'm going like a little bit on and over that crease. All right. I'm going to go in now with my last color, the deepest one. With using the darker colors, I like to use a like rounder, fluffy brush. It's not necessary, but I just like that better. So I'm gonna get some on there. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna focus, thinking about making a V on the side of my eye. I'm gonna start at the side. I'm gonna kind of tap that in, kind of focusing on the outside of my eye. And then I'm gonna bring it, make that V the crease, and then I'm gonna bring it down. So I'm going into that crease, that V, and then down. And this I'm kind of bringing to like the center is like my stopping point. And again, I'm just getting that product on, tapping and kind of smoothing it, moving it over. And then once I kind of have enough on, even it looks a little crazy. That's why I like to use these. I'm gonna use circular motions and just kind of blend it in to the others. So I'm just circling. Get a little bit more. And then I'm just going back in with that lighter shade and kind of buffing out any harsh lines. All right. There is a little fallout, so I'm just gonna go back in with my brush and just kind of sweep that out of the way. Okay, so eyeshadow is done. I'm gonna move on to eyeliner. So for this, what I like to do to get my eyeliner, I'll show you a different way on this side, but I like to put it at the end. I'm not really holding it there yet. I'm holding it at the end of the eye and then I'm just gonna close my eyes. So I just kind of held it there, and then I blink, and then I'm making that straight line. And then I'm just gonna connect it, so I'm gonna make a little triangle from the outside of that line to, again, that middle of my eye. And then I'm gonna go from the inside corner and make a line and connect that. And then fill it in. And then I was just extending that wing just a little bit more. There you go. Just connecting that a little bit better. Perfect. Like I said, I'll show you a different way to do it on my other eye using that tape. So there we go. We got the top eyeliner. I did use a felt tip liquid liner for that. I think it's easier. It just kind of helps glide it out. For the bottom lash line, I like to use a pencil, so it's not so harsh as the top line, and it's easier to get right on that lash line. So when you're doing this bottom eyeliner, we want to get it as close to that bottom lash line as we can. So if you're doing this on someone, I would have them open their eyes and look up so that it's easier to get right there. For me, I kind of just hold my eye down. And I'm just like lining where my eyelashes are. Just using light sweeping motions. Perfect. All right, once we're done with that, I'm gonna just go in and kind of fill in my eyebrows. You have a full face of makeup on, you just have to kind of accentuate the brows too. You can use a piece of tape, and you could tape it from like under that bottom lash line from the corner of your dancer's eye to the end of the eyebrow, and that will help with any residue. I also here have shadow shields, and that same thing, it helps with the fallout if you're not too good with makeup and need that little extra. I'm gonna do this eye with the tape. I'm gonna put it in fast speed though. It's the same idea as this one, but just so you could see. Now that my eyeshadow is done, I'm going to show you how to do the eyeliner with the tape. So for this, I'm going to start by just doing the line on the lash. All right, so I made my line, and then what I'm going to do is find where the crease in my eye meets that tape, and I'm going to again just draw a line from there to the middle of my eye. And it's okay to go on the tape because that's what it's there for, to kind of protect. Bring this closer. There we go. All right, so I made that line, and then I'm going to just kind of color it in. Again, where my tape is. And then any open spots, and then I'm just going to kind of reconnect that so it's not such a harsh line. Once I do that, I'm going to take my tape off, and then I did still have a little fallout underneath. I'm just going to use my brush or your beauty blender to kind of go back in and just clean that up. And then my eyeliner, it's here. I'm just going to kind of extend that out just a little bit more to give it more of a wing. Yeah, so I just did a little triangle just to give it a point. So that's with the tape. See, it's a little bit easier if you're not used to kind of doing makeup and eyeshadow, just to kind of keep everything together. And then my eyeliner. All right. Now it's time for our lashes. Everyone's favorite part. So I'm going to be using these lashes because I don't have my own pair of competition lashes, but these are what you'll be using. What you want to do is you want to first make sure that your lash is the same size as your eye. So for some of you that have littler eyes, you'll cut the ends. So you'll measure from the corner to the outside, and if there's extra hanging off, you could just cut the end. Don't cut the inside off, cut the end off. And I'm just going to do a nice thin layer. So I'm going to do a nice thin layer. Of glue on there. So like I said, just a thin layer, kind of let it sit a little bit, get a little tacky. Then I'm going to lay the lashes right on top of my natural lashes. We want to get it as close to the lash line as possible, so when you open your eyes, you don't have like a double layer of lashes. I'm going to put this right on top of my lashes and then push them back so it goes onto my eye. What I like to do is, a little extra glue there. What I like to do is use the side of a bobby pin to kind of push it and hold it in place. And kind of push it down. A little extra glue there, a little eye stuck. I'll do the other side better. Perfect. And then I'm going to go in with some mascara. And I'm just going to sweep it on. So I'm just kind of bonding those two lashes together. And then we want to make sure that we get the lower lashes with mascara too. So if I'm doing this on someone else, I'm going to have them, same thing as the eyeliner, open their eyes really wide and look up and just kind of brush it on. And you have to put mascara on yourself with your mouth open. All right, I'm going to do the other eye. I'm going to do it trying not to look in the camera because that is tricky. Lashes are very intimidating at first. Once you get the hang of it, it'll be a lot easier. So I would suggest to practice. The ones, the Stargazers, they will last you all competition season, the competitions that we do. Just when you take them off, just gently kind of pick off the glue and you'll be able to use them again for the next time. When you're doing it too, you want to make sure that the shorter, so these come like this, so it's going to go on your eyes this way. But if you get them mixed up when you put them back after competition, make sure the smaller side goes in the inside. So I have it on and then I'm going to use my when you're doing this on someone else, I would suggest to have them keep their eyes closed the whole time once you get them on. And then once they're pretty placed, just open just to make sure that they look okay and they're not, you know, too far over or too far in. And then have them close again, kind of hold it there for a few seconds to let it set before they open again. For me, when I'm doing it on myself, I keep my eyes open. But and then going back in with my mascara. To blend it in. And the bottom lashes, I never did my eyebrow. And last but not least, we have our blush. Just do little at a time so you don't have, you know, like the toy soldier cheeks. You just get a little, tap it on, blend it out. You want to make sure you get it right on the apples of their cheeks and blend it out, have them smile. And then lipstick for the final touch. This is my sample, so I'm going to use this stuff is awesome. It'll stay on forever. When I did my foundation, I did put my foundation on my lips. I just like to do that. You can. You don't have to. And that's it.